Hi, my name is Eric, and this is my channel, Himbo. Welcome. I'm going to be highlighting some Archie comics I've read recently, starting with Jughead number 65. It's a Christmas cover with Jughead enjoying some fruitcake. This had a fun story featuring his baby sister, Jellybean, in which, excuse me, that Santa Claus is visiting her house when everybody's asleep, except for Jellybean, who sneaks into his bag by mistake, gets transported to North Pole and mistaken for an elf and gets put to work until Santa finally discovers that she's not an elf but a baby and kindly returns her back to home. So, Betty and Me, Mystery of the Silent Witness. This has a little fun little story where it's a bit of a mystery. Where while Betty and Archie are just touring a swamp with a captain, boat captain they've made friends with, they come across this mysterious girl who is just hiding in the swamp. She is mute, she's unable to communicate, she is frightened and anxious. Turns out she is a heiress to a big fortune, and her uncle is trying to get rid of her. Luckily, thanks to Betty and Archie's involvement, they are able to rescue her from being harmed. Life of Archie number 119. I picked this one up specifically because growing up, I read one of the stories in it, The Clutching Hand, which was a kind of like Scooby-Doo-esque story where they visit one of Mr. Lodge's friend's mansion and just to stay overnight, and it turns out that it's haunted by some creepy monster. And it turns out it's actually not haunted, but rather the servants are pretending to be the owners and Airbnb it and pocketing the money they make. Oh yeah, I should also talk about the cover story about a deaf girl, and it isn't placed in any schooling or homeschooling or anything like that for whatever reason. And Archie decides to tries to help her out by teaching her how to lip read. Archie's Holiday Magic Special. This one had a series of vignettes about how Archie has impacted his friends because he's feeling sorry for himself. Um, he gets Jughead to be in a generous spirit after competing in a laka eating competition. He helps fundraise for a Jewish nonprofit organization. Jughead number 55. I've really grown to like the the jelly bean stories that popped up. This one has a fun one of where they're going back to for a family reunion at his grandparents' house. Everybody's loving on Jelly Bean except for one aunt, but it's not until the end that she finally rubs off on her and and gets the win. And also, not to mention, I love the fun cover of being possibly drawn by Jelly Bean and him leaving a crayon on top of it and and labeling who's who. Jughead number 7. This was a childhood favorite. Um, Basically, just shows highlights a few. It's another series of vignettes showing Jughead just how great of a guy he can be, giving his last $2 to help feed homeless kids. Um, when the janitor Simpsons, I think that's how you say his name, Sevenson, is it? I've never actually had to pronounce it until now. So his contract's up for renewal, and so it's based off if he can still do the job. Unfortunately, he hurts his back while down the stairs, and he only has one night to clean everything up to pass the review board and get rehired for and extend his contract. And so Jughead, not wanting to let him go alone, secretly helps him clean alongside him, covering the areas wherever he can. Veronica number 30. The issue has an older soap opera writer, having just recently retired, moving to Riverdale. Glad to be finally free of all the drama and tension and stress of running a daytime soap opera show. Unfortunately, he's caught in the middle of a lot of hectic antics of Riverdale going on. As soon as he starts, Veronica's dad, Mr. Lodge, is scolding Veronica for buying so much stuff. Archie comes to her defense. Reggie, meanwhile, tries to interrupt them so he can get a date. Betty comes in, karate chopping Reggie for trying to harm Archie, and it just goes on, and it's just a little fun romp, all in a series of like 5-6 pages or whatever it was. So Archie Love and Heartbreak Special, we got the series of vignettes that are fun little stories of different dates between the gang. We got Archie and Betty and Jughead. Betty challenges Jughead to show her a good time, because she doesn't believe that Jughead is capable of actually pulling off a good date. And of course, he manages to prove her wrong by helping her getting some free food from Pops because he helped fill it in at the shop when she was busy one day. Takes her to the rooftop for a good view of the carnival. Veronica takes Dilton on a date, and he shows how he may be bumbling or lacking or awkward, but he shows off his positives by actually listening to her, something that more people would need to do. But yeah, that was a fun little sweet story, and Kevin Keller also gets a focus as well in that. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a nice day.